So this last problem here is fairly similar. We want to know if we if we translate 4 up, it should affect the e somehow. And what is the actual numerical change in e? Well, that's not easy to tell because we have this coefficient in front of the y. So really the easiest way we're going to do this is actually work out the transformation and see what the actual change is. Okay, so the transformation is on the y. It's 4 up. So if I'm going to express that transformation, I just need to write it like this. In fact, I'm going to plus 9. Well, if it's a transformation on the y, I need to change the y. 4 up is going to be y. It's going to be minus 4. Okay, that's going to represent my 4 up. Plus my dx, I don't know what d is, plus ey, I don't know what e is, but again, I have a y, so if I translate it, I need to replace every y with a y minus 4. So I need to make sure I put my translation into this y as well. That's an up 4. That's minus 225 equals 0. So basically, I want to keep track of what's happening on the y variable. Okay, so here I have the e on the y variable. I don't know what that is going to be on the y variable here, but all I'm really interested in what's happening on the y variable, and how does the e change. So to do that, I need to actually multiply that out to free up that y variable. I don't really care what's happening here. Okay, but in this bracket, I'm interested in that y right there. Okay, that number is relevant to finding out the change in y. Nothing here is important, nothing here is important, but to find the change in the e, I need to figure out what's going on there. Plus dx plus ey minus 4e. Well, there's another y variable. I should better make sure I keep track of that e, because that's going to affect what my change in e is. Okay, so there it is. Really the only thing I'm interested in is what is happening here. So I'm just going to dot 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 plus 9y squared minus 72y. Yeah, that's important. That's key to answering this question. Change in the y variable. What's the y coefficient? Okay, plus 144. All this other stuff really is quite irrelevant. Actually, I'm just going to go from here, I'm just going to go dot dot dot. Not really important. I'm really only interested in those two parts. I've got my coefficients on y, so all I'm going to do is group them together. And then now I can compare. So I have e minus 72y. Okay, that's my new y. And that's really all I'm interested in. So the rest of it, I'm just going to go dot, 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 dot. The rest of it is not important to solving this problem. What's the change in E? Well, the change in E then must be, I started with E, I ended up with E minus 72. So I went from EY to E minus 72y. So my change in E must have been minus 72. Okay, so that represents my change in E. I started with E on the coefficient. I ended up with E minus 72 on the coefficient. My change must have been minus 72. Okay, and This 4 up then does affect the E variable, and vice versa. As I change E, I will affect the vertical positioning.